Okay, hi. I'm on Tumblr for me to do a drawing tutorial for how I draw people and stuff. And so this is that, I guess. I usually start with the head. It's I'm so bad at this. It's a good place to start. It gives me like the scale the rest of the body's going to be in. It's usually the focus of the picture. Yeah. See, depending on who you're gonna draw, the shoulders might have to be a bit shorter or a bit longer. Depending on the person you're drawing, the size and shape is gonna change, of course. Like if I'm just gonna draw a dude here. If it were a chick, I would probably make the waist, more narrow. Not that narrow. It would dip in before it went out, but not dude. So I really don't like. I mean, I have a basic knowledge of anatomy, but mostly I kind of just go with these basic shapes, and then the rest is kind of like, I'll get over that fence when I come to it. Arms are weird for me, so I usually stick them on a different layer and work on them. Like, I'm so bad at arms. I can totally do arms normal when I'm not, but for some reason arms are kind of weird. Yeah, I never know what to do with the arms. Just ignore that. I'll usually focus on like the head and the face more before I start doing anything with the rest of the body. Kind of like, cause like I said, did I say it's like the focus of the picture usually for me, the person's expression, and this guideline's usually enough. But sometimes when I really don't know where the features are going, I'll kind of just map out real quick, like where the eyebrows and the nose is where I base most of my shit off, because it's like once the basic shape, the eyebrows and the nose is in, I know where I can put the mouth and the eyes. They're pretty easy. Yeah. I really don't know what I'm doing right now. Kind of the hairline's weird. Like this is approx where the hairline would be, so it's like this is so bad. Oh my gosh. But yeah, something like that, It's nothing great. I'm gonna skip arms for now and going to, like, when drawing a face from an angle, it's kind of like there's a little chin there, but mostly it's just like a circly thing. Yeah. Heads are pretty difficult when they're from weird angles. But I mean, there's probably like like around 3D models that you can base off, but I've yet to bother to look at any of those. another thing I want to talk about, hands. Hands are just the worst because there are so many different ways to pose a hand that it seriously gets stupid. Like sometimes like just this will be fine to base a hand off. I mean, see that's it's pretty basic, you know. Put some little lines there for where the fingers go. Yeah, it's shitty, but you know, hand, whatever. It's just a rough guideline kind of thing. But sometimes like I'll have to like do it more detailed, you know, to get where all the muscles underneath would be. Fingers are so difficult as well. Like it's just like yeah. I pretty much just wing everything and hope it looks good. I'm not really a planning person. Like if something doesn't look good, you can always just like stick it on a different layer and do it over again. And then if that looks good, you can like erase what's underneath it. Like, you know, and then just merge the layers. So it's like, yeah, that's your hand now. But yeah, I'm gonna have to start talking about arms soon, aren't I? Yeah. Depending on the angle, it's easier or more difficult to work on an arm. Just stick this out to the side. It's kind of generally goes to about here. It's like you gotta like, you know, that's about where it would meet up to, where it at rest. And like again, like the musculature of whoever you're drawing will come into play. Like this might be bigger or smaller depending on, you know, who you're drawing. And then, you know, hand, hand, whatever. Zoom out a bit. For like something a bit more like, you know, the whole torso, it's like, let's just draw up real quick. I'm super sketchy, like, as long as it's got the basic shape, I don't care if it, like, seriously. For drawing something with, like, I do the torso like this, and then, like, okay, that'll probably need to come in a bit, I don't know. But, okay, the crotch area, that's cool, that's kind of, like, it's difficult, you know, it's gotta get this kind of general shape, and then add a leg in. Something like that, you know, and then, like, I guess navel would go about here-ish. And then just, like, you know, that's kind of your basic shape. You can add more or less detail depending on what you want, you know, but, you know, basic shapes. I like to stick in, like, clavicle, whatever this is called. Just define some of the muscle area around the chest. I usually do that. It helps us plan out where the arms would go and such. For drawing a woman, it's pretty similar, except this bit would be less pronounced, I'm sure. You know, quick, just draw. You know, obviously some things are a bit softer, or there's different curves to a female body. So, you know. Okay, and then just that. Now, see? Yeah. And again, like, you know, depending on the build of the character you're drawing, some things are going to be different. But, like, you know, the woman, it's just like that, and then slap some boobs on her. Probably, you know. It's like, underneath, like, all this, you know, the musculature of a human being is still basically the same. You know, doesn't matter if there's breasts present or not. This kind of, sorry, my finally calm and it froze out to start another recording. I'll edit them together. But yeah, the basic musculature of a human being is basically the same underneath everything, so you don't really have to go too different for that. Obviously the build may be pretty close to one another sometimes, but otherwise, yeah. The basic anatomy of this is, yeah. Let's draw a leg. Let's just draw this body leg, okay? It's kind of, I'm so bad at this. It kind of looks like this. That's kind of the thigh bit, and then shin will come off it like. And then feet. Oh my god, feet are so tricky to get right. Sometimes it's kind of that basic shape, and then obviously it'll like be different depending on how you're posing it. Like you could have feet curled down, toes curled down. There's no shame in using like references. I don't. Sometimes when drawing hands or like feet or stuff, it's useful to like draw your own. Like hold out your hand in front of you and then like, you know, just have a go at it, see what it looks like. Obviously it's not gonna be perfect if you're just winging it like I am. I can like bring these down a bit, bring the spaces between down. Seriously, what? But I can't think. I can't really think of anything else. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I can think of for a basic like how to draw people's tutorial. Yeah, sure. I guess that's it. Yeah. Okay. I hope that was helpful. I hope you'll be comfortable asking me if you want me to describe any other part of the drawing process. And I'll be sure to get right on that as soon as it's possible. Thank you for watching. That's that, I guess. Yeah.